It's Russell back with Gwinnett Lawns in beautiful and hot Atlanta, Georgia. It is Father's Day. Happy Father's Day if you're a father. June the 16th, 2019. It's probably been, I don't know, maybe a month since I've made a video. I have been slam-packed busy. I don't know how you guys do it. I don't know how you have time to film, and I'm running constantly. Anyway, the purpose of this video is I'm changing the blades on the Wright again. Now, if you remember my last video I did on the blades of the Wright, I took the factory Wright blades off. The mower had 23.7 hours, and I put the Wright mulching blades on. And to be honest, I couldn't really tell a difference from the standard blades. Those were the wavy blades. Oh, they call them the wavy blades. So the mower now has 54.4 hours, a little over 30 hours on the blades. We're going to take them off and see what it looks like. But what I'm going to be replacing them with, I'm going to try the Gator G6 mulching blades. I've heard a lot of good things about these blades, so let's get right to it. If you're not familiar with this, you're going to use a 24mm socket to remove the blade on each side. Isn't that funny? This is in the way. That's not going to work. Nice. Okay, so my jungle gem jack is in the way of getting the impact wrench where it needs to be. So let me redeploy this slightly over to the middle. If you haven't used one of these jacks, absolutely phenomenal. This mower is 780 pounds, and it makes quick work of lifting it up. There we go. All right, so the blade looks good, but I'll show you a close-up of them. Well, actually, let me see if I can. They're zip tied together. All right. So this is the factory Wright mulching blade, and this is the Gator G6. Now, first thing I notice is that the cutting surface of the G6 is about almost an inch longer from tip to tip, or from tip to the end of where the cutting surface is. But you know, these blades, they're a little worn, but they don't look bad. So let's go ahead and put this on. Now, I did not realize that I had gone over 30 hours on the blade. Everything that I cut is Bermuda. Well, you could throw some weeds in with that, but I don't know if you guys exclusive. It's pretty much all that's around here is Bermuda, at least where I cut. So okay. So let me see what's been going on. Well, we had 5 weeks of no rain at all. I was starting to have customers cancel their service when I would tell them I'm coming out because the grass just really wasn't growing. And we got some really good rain for, I don't know, about a week. It rained almost a week straight. Really good rain, which helped, but we're basically kind of back to not having any rain. And so if you go back and look at some of my older videos, you'll notice that during the winter it was nothing but rain. And then all of a sudden we got into, you know, March, and it's raining like crazy. I'm gonna scrape the deck while I'm under here, but here's the other blade. I don't know if this is showing. It's got a little erosion. It's got one nick in it. I don't really know if I really like these blades, to be honest. I can tell you one thing, these blades are considerably lighter than the blades I just put on there. And that may have a little bit of a, what we call in the industry, car industry, is a flywheel effect. But, you know, I'm willing to try and see, because the problem that I have with the blades is when you get into some of this Bermuda that somebody has let go and is really, really tall, you know, the mower will easily cut the grass, but it leaves a lot of just wispy, nasty, old dead grass around. And I don't know what height you guys cut your Bermuda, but we generally cut Bermuda at about 2 inches. I actually cut my lawn, my personal lawn, I cut it 1.5 inches. Bermuda should be cut at 3/4 to the 2 inches max. And the reason that cutting it low is really good is because it will force it to spread and thicken up. So, you know, I'll come behind somebody that's been cutting it, you know, at 3 inches, which is ridiculously tall for around here. And it just makes it thin out. It doesn't look good. But the blades kind of have a hard time at dealing with it at that end. So now the mower that I use in my own lawn is, I don't use this Wright mower on my grass, believe it or not. I use a mulching mower, which is the Honda, my push mower, and I have about 16,000 square feet of Bermuda in my my own lawn. And yeah, sure, it would be faster, but that is if you're gonna do mulching, that really is the best, absolute best mower you can get for mulching. You know, it doesn't really discharge the grass per se. It's a double blade system, and a lot of you guys use it, so it's outstanding. Now normally I don't get any buildup at all underside of my deck. But I had a couple of yards that I cut that had a lot of weeds, and those things are really, really wet. So I can understand you guys that cut a lot of fescue, because that's a very high moisture grass. And I could see how, you know, it would be, your deck is going to have a lot of grass stuck in it. But I very rarely, unless, you know, unless it's really wet, I don't really get a lot of stuff under the deck. So this is in 54 hours, I think this is the only second time I've ever scraped it, because there's just nothing under here. It just doesn't stick. And we have clay soil here, so the blades tend to last longer and stay sharper. Alright, so there's really nothing else on that side, I don't think. I should have done this when the blade was off, right? All right, so here are the mulching wavy blades I just took off. And you can see the cutting edge. And these were the original factory blades that are not mulching blades. These had about 27 hours. These had about 30 something hours. So, and the mower has 54.4 hours. So, mower's doing great. No complaints whatsoever, other than this tire, since it was new, always loses about 1 psi of air a week. And there's nothing, no holes or anything in it, but it's holding up great. The Kawasaki FX 600V has got plenty of power, no issues with that. My grass flap that I have installed here is absolutely wonderful. So just pop that up, put it down. I use this thing, this grass flap, probably, I don't know, 20 times a yard, so it's very good. Tires, front tires are holding up well. I mean, everything holding up well. The belts are in really good shape. So I don't know how long you can typically get on these belts, but everything's doing good. I've got some AMSOIL ordered because I only had a quart. The interval for the oil change on the AMSOIL is 100. Wow, my neighbors are just so rude every time I come out to film. Anyway, the oil change interval is 100 hours for the oil and filter, but I pretty much will cut everything in half for maintenance, so it'll get done as soon sometime this week. So my intention was to do it at 50 hours, but I haven't got my last other bottle of AMSOIL in there. Every week I pull the air filter out and check it. See, there's the Bermuda is really, it's a dry, wispy grass, so I'll take my vacuum blow here and suck all the grass that's in there out. In fact, I do it to that, and I do it for on the Honda, just to get the large chunks that are in there out of the air filter. And it'll just make the air filter last a little longer. It's not the big chunks that you're worried about, it's the fine particles, which I want the air filter to do a good job at doing that. So, and then on the weed eater and the edger, I'll do that like once a month. The Darwin's grips have been doing absolutely fantastic on both the PAS 2620 and the SRM 225. Very good. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching this video, and I will report back again on how the G6 blades do as compared. I'm going to try to run them at 30 hours, which will be, what, 84 hours. Pull them off, and we'll do a comparison again and see if I like these blades better. Hopefully these blades will give me some improvement over the other blades. They're considerably heavier, so we'll see. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next video.